All right.
What's up, guys? We're out here in Richmond. We're about to go whitewater rafting. This is David. This
What's
is really
up, y'all?
David's
How
video.
you doing? Yeah, this is my video. I feel like I'm vlogging.
So introduce yourself.
My name's David Passerini. I'm 21. I'm a junior in UCF. I'm studying finance, but first year at Vivint. I'm a rookie.
And how many deals are you at right now?
I'm at 33.
33 deals.
Yeah.
And we're about third, kind of coming up at halfway point of summer.
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing that is helping you with the success?
I think a couple things is like work off the doors and just having a good attitude. I think the weeks that I don't do as well, I get too much in my head and I think too much about like why it's not going well, instead of focusing on the lesson that's like it's not going well because you're supposed to be keeping your mentality, your vinyl correct, right? So that's something that I learned from Brad that he kind of told me this week. And I've had my best week so far. I just repeat those things to myself, and that's all I've changed, and I'm coming off a really good week. Yeah.
So what did the last week, so this past week, what did you sell this past week?
I sold 7. Yeah.
7 accounts as a rookie. Okay. And then, I think, so I see you hanging out with the top guys in the office. You hang out with DK. DK as a rookie just finished up. He sold 9 last week.
Yeah.
I see you hang out with Andreas. I see you hang out with all these top guys. What's the deal there?
So
Drew would be another one. Drew's beating you right now.
Drew's beating me by 3, but that's not gonna last long. Drew. I read it it was Brian Tracy, the Psychology of Selling. He said that you have to be like the 1% of like your company, and you have to be friends with that 1%. And I think the habits just bounce off each other. For example, Emmett's doing really well. He's assistant manager. That guy listens to Top Red podcast every single night before he goes to sleep. So we're in the shower, we're listening to that stuff. We're about to sleep, we're listening to that stuff. Listening to voice recordings of like any speeches or trainings.
So Emmett's a sophomore. How many deals does Emmett have?
I have no clue. I think he's over like maybe 70, 80.
Yeah, he's smashing it.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
Okay. So what do you think the mentality is of a top rookie versus maybe in the lower end rookie?
I think a top rookie, they can just visualize their goal, and the goal they've set, they keep it very like personal to themselves. Like it's a strong why.
What is your why?
My why is it's because like if my opportunity cost to coming here was pretty good. I don't have any whys where it's like I really need money. It's more of a purpose thing. The reason why I chose Vivint is because I feel like it really helps my entrepreneurial edge. It helps me grow as a person. I feel like I became a lot better like ever since I started doing Vivint. In terms of my habits, what I focus on, and just like how I am as a person. So that's like something that's like super valuable to me, and I think that's my why. I mean, just like really staying true to myself and like building something that I did by myself, not like a large company gave me, or like I don't know, like a 9 to 5 basically. Yeah.
So when I was running the trainings, you asked the most questions by far. It was so annoying.
Yeah. I use ChatGPT and
no, I'm just kidding. It was great. But what are like some tangible things that you're doing off the doors that you think maybe separates below average rookie versus an average rookie versus a top rookie?
I think whether I sell or whether I bagel, I'm always in a manager's room.
You're always what?
In a manager's room. Like
Yeah,
I go
okay.
and I talk to the manager.
Okay.
Ask him a bunch of questions. While I'm at the doors, I have a notes and like a notes app, like on a page on my notes where I just write down a bunch of questions on my day. So the second I kind of like see something that I could have done better, I write it down.
DK told me he does the same thing.
Yeah.
Jay was like, DK does not stop asking questions.
And that's like the mentality that we all have. Just really ask, like, because that's how you get better. So what happens is at the end of the day, when I have all those questions answered in my car group, I keep it on that notes app. The next day, as I'm driving to turf, I read all that stuff. So it reminds me what I could do better from yesterday. So I know I'm getting 1% better. So it's all about those 1%. And I think that's what's been building up. So coming into that next half, like it's just gonna like snowball into a better half.
So you have the best half of summer coming up by far.
Yeah.
You will probably realistically make, I don't know, probably 3/4 of what you make. This while the pay scales are hit and you're getting better. What's one last tangible piece of advice that you can give other rookies as they head into the second half of summer?
I think mentality is everything. I genuinely think that when you're on a bagel week, you don't see how to sell, and you're like, you just don't get it. But if you constantly repeat to yourself, like, everybody wants it, everybody needs it, it's affordable, and who better get it from than me, it just visualizes it. Like, every time I get dropped off on turf, and I just repeat that to myself all the time, even if it was the worst interaction, I hype myself up. And then the next door I knock, then I like visualize getting into their house, and I just know it's gonna happen. Just knowing it's gonna happen, like that's the only thing I've changed from like last week that wasn't a good week to this week, and it helped out a ton. That's like that's my best tip. Yeah.
So before we started this video, you were saying that so Drew's beating you by 3 sales.
Yeah.
He's also a rookie.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy in Tulsa that's beating you.
Yeah.
What's your goal?
My goal, before I even started, like, before I knew how like what selling was, and I just knew that kind of like the account range that people get to, I set 150 before I knew anything. And I think going anywhere below that is just showing that I'm mentally like weak. So I'm going for 150. So I mean, I believe I can. Like, same thing, if I don't believe I can, then I just never will. So why would I believe that?
Sure.
But I believe I can. I believe like anybody can. But yeah, definitely top rookie spot for sure. I don't know, whoever's watching this, yeah, I'm gonna beat you, like for sure. But yeah, you'll see my name.
Say that one more
a
time.
little bit.
Say it one more time.
I'll be top rookie. Yeah. And this is, what day is it today?
It's Monday will be week 9 of summer.
Okay, week 9 of summer. So we can look back at this. And
You're that confident?
And laugh.
You're that
Yeah,
confident?
of course. I mean, I am going home like a week early because I'm in school, or like 2 weeks. I don't know.
But you're gonna win.
I'll make up for the room. Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah, I got it. 100%. Yeah,
Well,
betting on
all right.
myself.
That's gonna wrap this up.
Yeah,
Well, he's talking last shit. We'll see.
there you go.
All right,
All right,
dude.
see ya.